everybody, Jubilant Dragon here, and today I will be teaching you how to draw simple roses. So, this is a really easy tutorial. I kind of recently discovered how to draw roses like this. Yeah, it's really simple. I'm making this video because I remember when I was learning how to draw, roses were something that I always wanted to put in my works, but I just never knew how to draw them, and they were always like a more difficult flower to draw just because of all the layers. So knowing that, I'm gonna teach you the way I make roses, and it's really easy and it looks really nice, okay? So first, step one, you want to make a pentagon. And when you're making the pentagon, make sure you kind of round out, let's focus that. Hold it, focus. And you want to kind of round out those edges. There we go. So you're gonna kind of want to round out those edges. So don't make like a really angular pentagon. Like, make sure you round it out. And it doesn't have to be perfect. But make sure it's nice and kind of rounded. And don't make like really dark lines either like that. Make sure you sketch it out and make it really precise. Let me erase that. Okay, so the next step is you're gonna want to start at this bottom angle right here and bring it all the way to this angle right here. And this, you want to make sure that you round it out. So don't make a straight line across, you gotta round it out. And try to make it as rounded as possible. This one isn't very good because, kind of straightened it right here. But you wanna make sure it's nice and round. So this is where you need to be careful. So you're gonna wanna, right where it bends, so you're gonna wanna rotate your paper around. But right where it bends, you're gonna wanna make another one all the way to the next angle of the pentagon. So then you switch that around, and right where it bends, right around the curve, you're gonna wanna make a new one all the way to this one. Rotate right from the curve all the way to the next one. Okay, so as you can see, this doesn't really look like a rose yet, but it will. Trust me, just keep on going and you'll be okay. So yeah, alright, there we go. Okay, so from here you just kind of want to keep going from those curves and up. You just got to keep going around in the circle. Just like that. And make sure you don't go way across, in the middle. I mean, you can, but that'll just add less layers to your rose. So you're gonna want to make sure that you kind of stick to the side so you can have lots of layers in there. See? Ooh, and make sure they're curved. So yep, you're just gonna want to keep rotating your paper. And just keep adding in those petals. And you'll stop when you have around, there's a little hole in the middle. So I think I'll add one more. And there we go. So as you can see, that's the simple step one of the rose. So now you're going to want to go around the outline again, but instead of following the outline of the pentagon you made, you're going to want to make a circle, more of a circular outline. And that really just brings out the rose's true shape. And then you can go back and darken the lines. And you can make it curvier to make it look more realistic. Like so. Okay. And what I like to do is I like to add a few leaves on the side. So I'll make those. And you can make these anywhere you want, or you don't even have to make leaves, but I think they're cute, so I'm going to add them. And however you like to draw leaves, I don't know, but I like these. Real rose leaves are more thistled. I actually have roses up here on my desk, so this is what a rose leaf looks like. So they kind of have these little etches on them, you know? So you can even add those in if you want. Make it look more realistic. Yes, and there we go. Okay, so that would be how to draw the simple rose. And now for the next step. If you want to make a rose like in different angles, I can teach you how to do that as well. So let's do that. So let's say you want, here, let's first make our pentagon. Make sure to get those rounded edges. Doesn't have to be perfect, of course. Now let's say I want to make a rose that's facing upwards. So I would make a little circle here. And that would be where I'm wanting my middle to be. So from there, so what you want to do when you have an angled rose, the side that's closest to the viewer, you want to make bigger petals, and the side that's farthest from the viewer should be smaller and closer to the sides. So for example, you're going to want to start this petal from like up here instead of down here. So yeah, you just want to curve it up. It doesn't have to meet the angles of the pentagon anymore, but yeah. But you want to make sure that the closer you get to this side, the smaller it gets. And it's like perspective, you know? So yeah, this is going to be really small up here, and then it's going to start out small and get bigger around, just like that. And we're going to add another bigger layer down here. We're going to add bigger and then a little smaller, then this small one right here, and then another one like this, and a bigger one down here, and another thin one, another smaller one, small and then big. So as you can see, I'm going over where I wanted it to go, but that's fine. It's all about where it ends up. It doesn't have to end up perfect, you know. Just have fun with it. The roses don't need to be perfect, but yes. And then you just keep adding the layers, as you know. Make it smaller, smaller than bigger, and then bam. There you go. And that's an up-facing rose. And actually, I might add a petal right here. Yeah, and then we can add the leaves. You can add as many leaves as you want, obviously. It's your rose. You can have as much fun with you want. And there we are. And from this view, you can actually kind of make a stem.
So we'll have the little things we got going on. Don't like that. Again, it's bigger at the top, bigger at the top. Here's its little things. There we go. See? Easy. So So yeah, you can do whatever you want with your rose. It's your rose. You can add some leaves down here too. Make them pointy like a real roses would be.
And there you go. See? And then you want to go back and round it out like before. But you want to make sure you keep this up here smaller and then it gets wider at the bottom. Just like that. See? Simple. Okay, now for step 3, coloring. So, usually when I color, I use colored pencils. So, what you want to do, as you go deeper in a rose, it gets more shaded and shaded from the light because all those petals are covering each other, right? So you're going to want to make sure that the middle is dark. And it's okay if you cover up some of those lines. But you want to start really dark in the middle. And you just want to get lighter and lighter as you move out. So you're going to want to, this is just how I color. I like to make dark outlines. And then I smoothly color in. You can go back on those lines. So the outer layer will be the lightest because that's where most of the light comes in, right? But then, as you go closer to the middle, you can get darker. Don't forget your lines though. You gotta make sure that they're there. So yes, you make it a little darker. Each layer you get deeper. See? And then again, you don't even have to color them, you know. But if you do, that's how you would go about shading a rose. So lighter on the outside and darker on the inside. Then, you know, you can do the leaves however you want. But I like to do a little blending to add a little fancy effect. And I'll probably make another video on how to blend with colored pencils. But yeah, see? Then you can take your pencil and go back and make those dark lines again. Because I like darker lines. But if you like the faded red look that it has right now, then you can do that as well. And of course, it's your rose, and you can make it however you want. It can be pink, white, blue, orange, red. It doesn't even have to be colored in. And there we go. Ooh. And that's how you color in the rose. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this rose tutorial. I hope it was helpful and useful to you. So yeah, I hope that this helped you and that drawing roses isn't as intimidating as it was before. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if this helped you in any way, and subscribe if you'd like to see more drawing videos and art tutorials in the future. Alright, see you guys later.